Your voice is actually louder too, so.
Mine or his?
No, yours.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Your voice is good.
Okay,
so. I got that fucking.
Yeah.
I need to be here voice.
Yeah, you little, yeah.
You have like the red light district 93.9 back in the day. Like, this is ish, sexual chocolates. You know what I mean? You got a slow jam voice.
Yeah.
Right? Slow jam voice. Yeah. Hit him after the fact.
Yo, that's funny as shit.
I remember Amir kept thinking this was the Star of David, but it was, I mean, I guess it is.
It is the Star of David.
But
what does it say?
It's from a show that I don't know.
Do you go like Al or Al?
Al.
Al, okay.
Al,
like the, okay.
Al. My real name is Arun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just easier on stage for Al Ali because everyone already calls me Al. Like a bunch of people, they know me as Al. So Ali is my last name, even though I am Christian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's some trippy shit.
Yeah. I'm.
he has like the most Muslim name, and he's Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
my family's like the under 1%.
Me up for the longest time. Trust me, I had that look for the longest time.
Isn't Arun like an Indian name? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's like a.
I thought he was.
You know what's crazy?
Three-way.
I got 2 birth certificates because I was born with a different name. I was born Murad.
Okay.
And 2 months after I was born, my parents decided that they wanted to change my name. So, you know, Pakistan be crooked, right? So my dad just went to the hospital and pretty much told the guy, like, instead of doing a name change, they just printed a new birth certificate, like a whole new kid was born.
Yo.
And they put the new name on there. My dad used his pinky as my thumbprint. So I have 2 birth certificates. Yeah. So that is why my name is Arun, but it was going to be Murad.
Gotcha.
So if the FBI ever comes for me, I can go live as Murad back in Pakistan.
That's some trippy shit.
Because he never left, technically. But yeah, I'm under the 1%. So a Christian, a Hindu, and a Muslim do a podcast.
That's funny because, all right,
what were you saying?
I'm actually, I'm from Guyana, right? So Muslims are like the 1% of Guyana, which
really?
is trippy.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
so what's the predominant?
Christians.
Oh,
it's a slave trade thing. So
I see it.
But if you did like 23andMe, would you be Pakistani or would you be Indian?
I would be.
Have
Indian.
you done it?
I'll be Indian.
Oh shit!
I believe I can't remember what side.
South Indian.
I have no clue. I know I'll be Indian, and I think my dad's side has some Africans on.
Oh shit!
How different would the DNA be from like Pakistani
My mom,
Indian?
It'd be so similar, dude.
Right.
It'd be very, very similar.
How would they differentiate the difference?
Yeah, no, because it's mostly like cultural.
Well, I think the first time where it really got different was like Alexander the Great came through and introduced Caucasian blood. For real. That was like the first time that the DNA started changing. That's why like people up in like the Afghani hills and mountains, they got like lighter skin.
That makes sense.
Got you.
Yeah. We going?
Pakistanis. Oh yeah.
Are we going?
Rolling?
All right, we're live. Shit, I should bring in the show. Introduce our lovable guests. You know, our first 2 guests were 2 straight white guys from the Midwest. You know what I mean? So we thought we'd go completely the other way. And our black guests couldn't be here, so we did instead. You know what I mean?
I'm still straight, by the way.
Still straight?
I mean, I'm straight.
Give it up for Mudit, everybody. Mudit in the building.
What an intro.
Mudit, last name?
Verma.
Mudit Verma. I should have got that before time, but and he's straight, everybody.
Yeah, he's straight.
Came out.
That's what we should have got.
He came out
before.
on the show just now.
He made it
That's
clear.
That's crazy.
Very clear, very confident too.
Everyone's been asking. You know what I mean?
We were dying to know. We were
the ladies are lining up outside as we speak.
Yeah. But before I interrupted with us bringing in the show, you were getting ready to say something about race again?
Yeah, I love, like, I'm jealous of Pakistani hairlines. Like, y'all.
It's
like,
not that
real,
good.
I mean, yours too, as a guy, and he's like, but us Indians, we have like this widow's peak and we're balding. Like, the hairline game.
I think
really?
I don't think it's set on one person. I think that's just it's your luck.
It's your luck.
Just luck. Okay,
well, don't they say it comes from your mother's side?
Who gives? I don't give fucking. Who knows?
Well, that's what they say. the cultural thing is like if your mother's father and brother have hair still, then you will. But if they're bald as shit, you're gonna be bald.
My dad's been bald since fully bald since 24. He's like really stressed out dude.
Do we all agree that if we started going bald, we just go straight all of it
I'm
off?
definitely
Yeah,
gonna
because
chop it
why
all off,
keep?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, I've been taking the finasteride since 18. Yeah.
Well, you can get the butt hairs put up there too. That's
True.
like they do that.
Yeah,
It's
they do that
cheaper
surgery.
in
Yeah, they do that
Pakistan and
surgery.
India.
Like butt hair specifically. That Like,
yeah,
I thought it's just the back of the head.
Yeah, I just thought that they use like your leg hair or something. You go to your butt hair?
I thought that was a thing.
I don't know, dog.
Yeah.
My butt hair is real skinny. Like I would rather have literally anywhere else.
It's already thinning. You're bald. You're balding on your
I got
butt.
a receding butt line.
Yo, you got a butt hair patch on your head?
Oh my god, your head would smell like shit all the time.
Damn.
That's terrible. Sorry, but no, you were saying you're putting some Propecia or something?
So I take the tablet.
Is it Hims or shout out to Hims?
It's
Not a sponsor yet.
It's a generic like I get it from CVS, and I've been
shit.
taking that since I was 18. Because
what?
I probably wasn't even balding at that age, but like I have a high hairline. I just didn't know how to like get the right.
How
haircuts.
old are you?
31.
So you've been taking hair pills for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it looks.
I mean, yeah,
It's working. It's working.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a prevention thing. Like,
yeah.
so my dad's been bald since 24.
What?
And yeah, fully. So I'm pretty sure it worked. Just
oh my
because like
god, that's insane.
it doesn't. It usually doesn't reverse it. It just stops it from happening.
Have you ever stopped using it?
I've had phases where I kind of forgot, but then I remember. But no,
It's like birth control. Don't forget. You'll get pregnant. No, you'll go bald.
I still take it. Yeah.
Damn, man.
It's like a daily regimen? Or
Yeah, it's once a day.
Okay.
One tablet a day.
Is this the only tablet you take? Now I'm
Yeah,
I'm interested in your
invested this
regimen.
shit.
Like, what else are you doing for your health?
Is
Is that the only thing you take daily? You're just taking hair pills?
Yeah, and then like spring allergy, like nasal spray.
This is riveting information right now. Nasal spray daily for the last 13 years as well? That's insane, dude.
I had some anxiety, and that's all I take today. But I had some anxiety like in my early 20s.
So like more like not Ritalin, that's for the other thing.
Xanax. I was legally
Xanax.
prescribed Xanax.
Yeah,
on China.
yeah. And then you're not on the Xandies no more.
No.
Okay, because you could have been a like
I
SoundCloud
have
rapper
no
if you
tolerance
did.
for
You
that
know?
Right.
Huh?
You give me like a quarter of a Xanax, I'm out for 2 days.
It's like honestly, it was just a sleeping pill for me. It wasn't like treating my anxiety; just like put me to sleep. So I didn't even take it during the day, like because it was supposed to cure anxiety. I just like felt really tired. So
How did you get over your? Because you don't take it no more, right? You just said
Yeah.
You said
so this it was-
anxiety's cap, and you just said fuck it.
no. So this was my last year of pharmacy school. I went to pharmacy school after
shit!
college. Yeah.
Damn, you smart as shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's stressed. Smart as shit, barely. I was stressed as shit.
You're really
at the time.
matching the stereotype
Oh
right now.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
insane.
I'm not breaking any barriers.
Yeah.
Just reinforcing.
Yeah.
I'm behind the counter.
You're building the wall that already exists.
Yeah.
Add some nails to it.
That's crazy. So pharmacy school,
Yeah.
and you're 31.
Yeah.
Is that like normal time it takes to like finally like get across that goalpost? Like,
So I graduated when I was 25.
so what does that mean? You're a pharmacist.
Yeah. So I can break that down. Like, in the U.S., pharmacy school lasts usually 4 years, and that's after at least 2 years of college. I got a 4-year college degree, and then I went to pharmacy
That
school.
sounds exhausting.
that's
a lot-
Holy
that's a lot of-
shit.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
that's a
very
lot.
similar to like medical school, maybe a bit less, but
So getting into comedy, then how are you doing comedy like while doing all that? You're just going
Yeah.
to school during the day and then hitting.
well,
How long have you been doing it? Like start
Yeah,
from the beginning.
I've been doing comedy since 2019, and that was a year after I graduated pharmacy school. So
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't start comedy until after not only graduating, but after working a regular job for a year. And in fact, like my first open mic was at Camilo Diaz. Shout out to Camilo
Oh
Diaz.
shit! Yeah, we know
Uh,
Camilo.
Yeah, I've known
Yeah.
him since college. I knew him before he started
crazy.
stand up. We went to College Park, went
Oh,
to Maryland.
nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where
He's
was your first open
He's
mic?
funny as shit.
It was at his spot.
Oh,
He
yeah,
ran a open mic at a restaurant called Gumbo Yaya that was in Germantown. Now it's in Rockville. So So Gumbo Yaya. This was like
so that was your first mic going up on Camilo's mic.
Yeah, and well, so the thing is, I knew him before he started stand up. We had our like group of
Whoa.
mutual friends from college.
What?
Camilo was doing comedy like in secret for like 8 months or something, and then he got really good. And then he told his friends that he's a comedian. We're like, what? And then we came out to his shows, and he was killing it, and he was like running his shows. And eventually, like this group of mutual friends, like they came up to me. They're like, hey, you should give this a try. And I was like, all right, let me wait till I graduate pharmacy school. And they kept on like pressing me. I was like, all right, let me wait till like I work a year and then like take some time off. Cause I was scared that if I bombed or even if I did really well, that I wouldn't be able to like focus at work the next day.
Yeah,
Or, like I would just get real shaken up by it.
Yeah.
And like with school and
That's
like,
real.
Yeah.
That's
real.
Yeah.
Yo, it does. After I started, like we literally, me and him just literally hit. We haven't stopped.
So all summer's almost over now.
Yeah.
At the start of summer, we started stand up. We've been doing it every week since.
Yeah.
I've been drinking a lot. My sleep schedule is all fucked up.
Yeah, the sleep schedule. I had to set an alarm for this, yo. Like I was,
and we appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time out of your day. We really appreciate everyone who comes on this fucking
No, it's
show.
dope.
So the grassroots version of what we got going on here. It's you know, and that's why we're trying to learn more about. That's why the first 3 guests have been comedians. We're just trying to learn more about the world. So it's cool to hear you talk about your kind of beginnings into it. So you do the mic with Camilo, and then because it seems like you get up on stage a lot now. Like you're up a lot and a lot like. Everywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you're only out here for the summer, right?
Yeah.
You're in Hawaii.
I am,
right?
Yeah.
You had some questions about Hawaii, right?
So after your first mic, did you just go at it every single night after that?
I did. Yeah, and it's because like I knew even before I hit that first mic that I knew Camilo was like deep into the game and he had a lot of leverage, he had a lot of status, and it was all justified. He's also like a big tough dude. So like I knew he was in my corner, even if like he wasn't physically at the same mics, right? And like we would carpool to open mics after that.
It's kind of crazy because
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's literally almost similar, very similar story to how.
No, that's so cool hearing this because I didn't even know you guys knew each other.
I know.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because when we started, we kind of we saw him and met him just from the mics too, and like you're saying, he's a force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's awesome. So you guys were carpooling the mics everywhere.
Yeah. And even I would even hit mics like that he couldn't make it to because he teaches, and so he was real like flexible during the summertime.
Teaches what?
He teaches at Montgomery College.
Oh,
he teaches.
tight.
He's a math teacher or professor.
What? Are you serious?
He's
this
a
is
professor
blowing my
in
mind right now.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Y'all just a bunch of smart dudes that are doing comedy.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we dumb as shit
Yeah,
trying to do comedy. What are we doing? We need a degree or something.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing?
No, you went to Frederick High School.
Yeah, they taught us how to shoot elk and shit.
Your high school represented the entire city of Frederick. Apparently,
I'm not going to sit here and go hard for Frederick High School, dude. I don't give a fuck about
That's true. The city is named the high school.
I skipped all of junior and senior year, dude. I wasn't even there. My GPA was 0.00. It was bad. So, all right. So a math teacher and a pharmacist, y'all get together.
Yeah.
And now y'all are just all across. Because you go up to New York too.
Yeah.
I see you in New York.
Yeah.
Where else are you at? You live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing in Hawaii?
Right. Yeah. So what's up?
How the hell did you?
It's like I took a risk within a risk because doing comedy is inherently a risk, right? And then like the conventional thing in comedy is you try to move or reside in New York or LA, and I took it a step. I wouldn't say further, but here's what happened. I actually lived in New York from when the vaccines rolled out in early 2021. So it was like February 2021 till last summer. And I was like couch surfing. I was crashing on my friend's couch that was a medical resident in New York.
You were a homeless pharmacist. This is insane right now.
Yeah. But like, no, so this dude like is my best friend. He's Bengali. He's a medical resident. I'm brown. His doorman thought I was one of the medical residents.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You pulled your brown card.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's brown privilege on a whole nother level.
Whole nother level.
Wow.
Whole nother level.
You might be able to wear like scrubs and just walk into a hospital
exactly
and like start operating.
People. I was telling dick jokes in Manhattan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you're homeless, couch surfing pharmacist, doing open mics at night. Is this what you're going?
Yeah.
And then
during the afternoon too, any time of day. Yeah. In New York, they go like.
And then at what point are you just like, I'm going to stand up and take this flight over the other pond?
Hold on. What was the comedy scene like during COVID in New York?
So that's a good question.
It was I think they bounced back really the summertime was where you could do outdoor shows, like Central Park. It was just like picnic outdoor, like have a microphone.
That's pretty cool.
I think the smarter showrunners had people do clean, but no one really got caught. Wild shit happens in New York all the time, whether or not it's
really.
What do you mean?
Not on the subway.
I mean, no, it's just like, no, you tell a couple dick jokes and like a toddler walks by, it's like, oh shit. But like half of them didn't care. I was scared, but like I was like, okay, no, like it's a safe space, a little too safe, but
that's cool.
No. So they held outdoor shows, rooftop shows, outdoor shows. They bounced back real fast. That happened in DC too. Just like outdoor shows, rooftops, patios, and that worked out in the summer, but
I can't even imagine comedy during the pandemic because we didn't start until 3 months ago. So imagine like what we're doing right now if it all just ceased.
Yeah,
we'd be like,
I wouldn't know what to do.
We'd have to be on Zoom, which is whack.
That sounds.
How is that? I never actually. I hear
seen bad things about it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's I think the silver lining is like if you need a workout material, like it's a good like writing kind of workshop.
That's what I was gonna say. It comes off more like a writing exercise than it does
and it's like actually it's helpful. Like if I had a choice between like driving over an hour to an open mic with like just 2 audience and I can hop on a Zoom call real quick just to work out some material, I might take that like just to, if there's something I need to work out.
That's kind of like what I did on the other Monday when I jumped into that writers group thing.
Yeah, what was that called again? DC Writers Group.
Yeah, Washington DC Writers Group.
Okay, I think I might have heard about.
With Mandy, I think Mandy was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, just beating online and working out. Writing sessions.
I think it's because they switched to Zoom because of the pandemic, but now they're trying to meet in person and all that. So.
Speaking of writing, like we want to get to know like your writing process a little bit, and then we'll get back to Hawaii because I do want to know about that. But like speaking of writing. Were you writing before you started doing comedy? Did you always have like this thing that you were writing? And then after that, what's your process of writing now? Like how do you do it now? Yeah.
So I did write like before comedy, and I started when I watched Camilo's shows and our mutual friends are kind of pressing like, give this a try. And so what I would do is in my notes app, I would just like jot something down that would like seemingly fit. And then, like, I wasn't sure. I was still hesitant to actually give it a try, give it a shot. I had no sense of, like, what's going to occupy 5 minutes, what's not. So I was, like, kind of just getting the thoughts into a Google Keep. I remember I also wasn't familiar with the norms of stand-up where, like, it's normal for us, like, not even normal. It's established for us, like we tell jokes and we're working on the same material to refine it and polish it over time. I was not fully aware that that's how it worked. I had this fear that once you tell a joke,
you got to do it over new one every time.
And so
that's a tricky thing to work out mentally because you're also like not trying to press play every time. You're trying to like feel connected to the material, but if you're doing it for the 50th time, it's hard.
Yeah.
So what do you do for that?
Well, traveling is
because then you get a new crowd.
Yes. The DMV is good for that because like we got like
room to room changes.
We got cities, we got suburban, we got rural, we got Frederick. So it's like
Frederick.
Y'all can shit on Frederick all y'all want. I don't give a fuck. I went to high school there. I've lived everywhere else.
No, I love Frederick. It's
Hey, you do mics up there, right?
I do. Yeah,
They gonna beat your ass when they catch you up there.
Oh my
The
God.
white boys in Frederick
Nah,
gonna beat your
He's
ass.
doing all this because he's going back to Hawaii. He's good.
They be like, hey boy,
They gonna get us.
we heard what you said on the podcast. They gonna be on you. Okay, but your point is that the demographics is pretty widespread out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like real diverse. Like,
But what's Hawaii like? Are you just doing it for all Samoans, or not Samoans, but like Hawaiians and
Well,
like
yeah,
Polynesians and like
Samoans, Polynesians, all the other Asians, the other Pacific Islanders. You have like island transplants. You have
a lot of Japanese people out there.
people, Koreans, Chinese. There's like it's the most Hawaii's by far the most racially diverse like scene I've been to.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I've been to Hawaii
yeah.
a few times, and I did notice like. Do you say that because it's like tourists, or are you talking about like local based, like just,
Local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the locals are cool as shit.
And then the
man.
tourists added like another layer of it's like the tourist portion of the audience, usually like 40% of the audience. Like that's
Okay.
how
pretty cool.
that's how you kind of keep in touch with like the mainland or like what's going on.
Do you get island fever? Because I know when I'm out there for like a few days, I'm
Yeah.
like itching to get back to like civilization.
I think I don't know if I was itching. It's just like I was able. I think I did get it, but like I was able to break it down. Like, why am I feeling this way? Right.
Mm.
So like I don't have a car in Hawaii. Yeah.
You live in
Waikiki.
Honolulu. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like
Waikiki.
the most downtown part.
Yeah.
So and I probably should get one if I'm trying to live there longer term, which I'm still honestly not sure. We'll see what
I mean,
happens.
I'm not gonna lie. Hawaii's paradise.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gorgeous.
It is.
It's
It is.
freaking gorgeous.
and
yeah.
right where you're at, like it's fucking
Yeah.
amazing right there.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's certain things.
You do have to get comfortable with. Like
Yeah.
I've vacationed there one time.
He's
man.
brown. He's good. He's not a howlie.
And well, honestly,
You're
no,
excited.
literally, yeah.
Like, yes, they
Yeah,
like me.
like they do.
Yeah, no, I
like,
know.
And it's just like they unironically like they welcome me
Because you're
and
brown.
literally because I'm brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. No, when I go there, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you used to be Hawaiian in the past life." Dude,
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Shout out Barefoot Beach Cafe in Waikiki.
Yeah.
Go get some food there. It's amazing.
I've walked past there.
No,
a
go
lot of
eat
time.
there.
Yeah,
Get coincident-
Walk in.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about food again. We spent the last podcast. We spent the first half an hour just talking about food.
Anytime, motherfuckers, I come in here. This Sunday got me hungry as shit.
The food in Hawaii is Hawaii specifically has like hui chicken.
Ooh, what does that consist of?
I'm actually vegetarian.
Well, you. Well, I mean that's That's very Indian of you, right?
Yeah.
You eat dal and sag.
Yeah, you already know.
The cow's sacred. Good thing I didn't say have you tried the beef. I mean, that would have been disrespectful.
There have been-
Okay, well, Hawaii has good rice and macaroni salad. You probably tear
Yeah.
that up
And
all
your
the
fruits are
fucking
good
time.
as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, pineapple.
All the
Fruits are
fruits.
good.
That's
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah.
Dude, how long have you been vegan?
It's not vegan.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian is
And
different.
it's Frederick High School, but it's
All right, can you enlighten me? What's the difference? Vegans and then...
vegetarians can eat dairy.
Oh, that's the big
That's
difference.
a huge difference.
Dairy, yeah.
What's
That's a
the,
huge
what makes it
difference.
a difference?
Cheese, milk, yogurt, and eggs.
So I went vegan for a while, right? And my biggest why I quit is because I couldn't give up cheese. That was to be honest with you,
cheese
yo,
is
like,
lit.
cheese dipping and all that stuff,
Yeah,
yo, man,
yeah,
like
yeah.
queso and cheese, bro. I mean,
Right.
queso and nachos, bro. I
But
couldn't do
this
it.
thing, if you're not eating meat,
Mhm.
what you putting cheese on?
Yo, chips, like
Yeah.
cheese on a sandwich,
Y'all
like or
sound
cheese on a
insane
pizza,
right now.
Salsa,
on a pizza. You can't have cheese on a
beans.
Oh, damn. Okay.
pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kale.
So how long have you been?
I lived on kale.
Whatever you said, Mennonite or Amish, whatever the fuck.
Amish.
Yeah. Is Amish a sect of Hinduism? you
Yeah,
can break
yo.
it. You can make the connection one way. But anyway, how long have you been?
You might have to say that on stage.
I'll write that down.
Since birth, like
What?
Yeah. I have tried meat.
So it's like
Like-
family enforced.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I have jokes like my mom like was really strict about it, And I have tried meat. Like I
that
have,
was
like,
going to be my
sandwich.
next question, dog. How gay
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, he came on say he's straight.
huh?
He came
Oh
on.
yeah, you established. Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. You established that.
Yeah.
So how can you count on one hand how many times you've tried meat? Like, is it that low, or do you dabble?
I think I've tried it more than 5 times.
Wow.
You looked at
Okay.
Probably,
Okay.
probably not.
Maybe that was a bad analogy.
Probably
I don't
not
know.
more than 10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pharmacists making biology relevant. All right, but no, the
Yeah.
point is that you do.
I mean, I can't eat when I eat a bite of meat, it's like I'm taking a shot of alcohol. Like I have to be really focused on it.
I got you.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Beef.
No, no, no.
Everyone just getting hype. Damn. So it's like a
You serious?
taboo? Is that what you're
Hey,
saying? No, are you saying it's like taboo? Is
Well,
that
no, so
where it comes from?
Honestly, like real talk, like I don't.
Like you're feeling guilty while you're doing it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think
Whoa.
I think when I eat when it's in my mouth, the texture is so chewy. Like
Okay.
the texture of meat,
got you,
like
I got
and it's
you.
like sticking to my teeth, and it's just and I get in my own head about it, and it's not really.
Whoa.
It's not like maybe some of it is guilt, but
This is so interesting.
but in the moment, right?
yeah.
Like in the moment, it's like the texture, like it's so what's
Rough?
that word? Umami, like
Umami burgers?
yeah, like
I mean, I didn't know umami was an adjective until today.
no, it
Is
is.
umami, Brandon, is umami's an adjective?
It's like a flavor profile, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like mushrooms would be the closest like the vegetable kind.
You're
that's
too
it.
smart for Ish right
Like-
now. And both of us, right? I seen Ish doing the math in his head.
Basically.
No,
What is he
I'm trying to figure out the word, because I see where he's going with this, right? So like,
you were a vegetarian.
I was
or
a vegan, so-
Mennonite or whatever. Like, yeah,
so
you
now
were
when, so
vegan.
when I was vegan, like
That's
I did it for like
crazy.
almost, I think like 9 months or something.
Whoa.
During when I would smell meat cooking, it would smell like game. It would be different. Like I can't
Yeah.
explain it now. It would smell like actual flesh burning.
I wonder if it's like for
Yeah.
me what seafood does to me because I don't eat seafood. So like when
Yeah.
I like taste or smell seafood,
I think that's
it's
a good
real
it's a
analogy.
fishy.
certain the certain
think
thing. Yeah.
That's a good analogy because like seafood, and I've tried seafood. Like,
Yeah.
and
You're not into it
I don't know that I'm
because
into
that's vegetarian. Is fish considered? No,
No.
because that's
No, that's
pescatarian.
That's
Yeah.
pescatarian.
Okay.
So
Presbyterian Baptist.
yeah, it's just the combination of the smell and the texture in my mouth. I appreciate the flavors, like the seasoning, if
Mhm.
it's in curry.
Joe
like,
Rogan
that's-
is punching the
that's better.
air right now. Listen, no, I'm joking.
No, he probably is.
No,
Like,
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sad about animals and shit.
I feel sad about animals.
Yeah, is that why you did it?
Huh? Nah, I just did it because
health
like,
reasons?
I actually saw like here's the thing. After I did it for a couple of days, I realized my energy levels were crazy. Like I felt
Whoa.
great, and like I didn't have
Oh,
that
okay.
groggy feeling that like I'm fucking full. I didn't have that shit,
Mm.
and like I just kept going. You know the main thing why I kept going?
What?
I got higher.
What?
Like my high got clearer. Like
you think it changed your DNA,
yo,
or it was? Like,
honestly,
changing
like
it?
I could have seen it because like
The pharmacist like, you can't do that.
He
looks at me like, idiot.
Like I mean, like teeth was getting whiter, hair was growing back and
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Like yeah, things like that was happening. Like dead
What?
ass serious.
I'd wither away.
You know, and, like,
Like,
and I did
need
lose
meat.
a fuck ton of weight too.
I'm so
His
skinny.
teeth was getting whiter. Ish himself was getting whiter.
Dude, 2 years, you would have been like fucking Mitt Romney in a snowstorm. That would have been crazy. Like, that's so. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, but it makes sense for like because all Hindus
Yeah.
are vegetarian.
Like,
right?
I mean, there's
Okay.
tiers
Yes,
to
they're
it.
vegetarian.
Okay.
The most like devout ones are, and for me, it's really just motherly guilt. Like, it's not. I mean, animals, you know, they're cool, but like that's not for me. It's my mom's just like,
Whoa.
yeah, it's,
Fear.
yeah, the fear.
Yeah.
Yo,
my
brown
mom-
fear is
Yeah,
that
crazy.
shit's real.
My mom would drop into elementary and some middle school lunches, like under the guise of like, oh, I want to see my son, but she was kind of like low key, high key, like watching what I was eating, like my food, and like,
Whoa.
Like don't you
if I
touch
was-
that shit. Don't you touch
trading
Yeah.
with other kids.
Did you ever
yeah.
get
Where's your
bullied
burger? You don't
growing
got no
up?
burger?
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
reason I asked that because most vegetarians you meet, they're like over 25 years old. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't really know about a kid vegetarian.
Hindu kids?
Yeah, I mean,
I
You
mean,
went to Frederick. You know, damn Hindu kids in Frederick.
yeah, we didn't. A Hindu, what's that? So we don't know what that.
They did 9/11.
It was one or the other. You know what I mean?
A special Muslim?
Dude, you know, they bunch of. First of all, I was all of those in school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I, being the brown kid,
Representing.
I represented all of us.
Your name,
You know
your
what I
name
mean?
alone is like
Yeah.
You have the most Muslim name I've ever heard.
But for someone who's like white, they don't know. Ali could be Hindu.
Yeah,
They don't know.
from their
7-Eleven,
perspective.
9/11, it's all the same shit. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
But my point is, like, as a kid vegetarian,
Yeah.
did you get bullied for that
Yeah,
shit?
I mean, like, but
Did someone like smash a burger on your head or anybody like?
I played soccer in high school, and like in the dinners and the banquets, like they'd like flick a piece of chicken in my salad, and it's like
What?
It's like, but it was, at the time, I would pretend to be like freaking
I'm about to
out.
cry
but,
right
like,
now.
It's like
I'm joking.
it wasn't. It was. I wasn't tripping over.
Do you
it. It was
remember the
just
kid that did it?
Yeah, I did.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, you don't forget no shit like that. You don't forget shit like that.
All right, you don't got to say his name because we don't want to get sued.
But like, I could see it too. Like it's a salad. It's not like like I could.
Can I try to like give the demographic of this child?
I think we know.
We all know, right?
Yeah.
I think we all collectively know.
Okay. Yeah, we all know.
yeah.
It was Brandon. Brandon.
I was gonna say Remi.
30 minutes into this podcast, a piece of chicken flies over the top. He's like, I did it again. Oh shit. All right. So I didn't mean to bring up bullying and shit, but no, that was that was interesting. I just, you know, all of us went to school in this area. Like you have a bit about it, surviving 9/11.
Yeah, that's around 9/11.
Yeah.
You
We
went
all
into
did. We all made it
buildings,
through. Yeah.
but we grew up in this area, right?
Yeah. No, I mean,
Where did you grow up? In this area?
yeah, Germantown.
Oh,
I grew up in Germantown. The family moved to Clarksburg when I was like 13.
Are your parents immigrants?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Your parents are immigrants.
Yep.
My parents are
No,
immigrants.
they're citizens now. I'm sorry. They came in as immigrants. They're citizens now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Is that what we meant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, don't be alarmed. T. Like,
Ice just popped
yeah,
up.
like Homeland Security.
Both hands up.
It's okay.
Oh, we're citizens.
It's okay. You can still be an immigrant and become a citizen. It's
Yo.
okay. Deep breath. Yeah, deep breath. You were born here.
Yeah.
Let me
Shady
guess,
Grove Hospital.
Okay, I was gonna say Holy Cross or Shady Grove.
Shady
That's the
Whatever.
only two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either.
That's cool, man.
Does Frederick have a hospital?
He was born at the cellar door.
While you Americans are laughing, I'm the only one that was born in Pakistan. I was born over the pond. Okay?
Oh yeah, there's two of you. I forgot.
Yeah, there's two of me, remember? I have a whole story
True,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah. I was born in a small village and you know who birthed me? A Nigerian missionary.
No way.
The picture is like this African
shit.
dude, and I'm looking at him like, "Are you my daddy?" You know what I mean? Like it was like the best fucking time ever.
Yo, that's lit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
You
dude.
should share that. You
Yeah,
should figure out a way to
I'll
share
try to
that.
find a picture. If I'll find it, we'll put it up here. If not, it'll be a
Has
legend.
that thing been here this whole time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Halloween?
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
just
no
now
camera,
noticing.
so no one can see that, but it's a Halloween decoration. Halloween is coming up.
I do feel like it's staring
Yo,
at you.
It is
Like,
looking
yeah.
right at me. I'm
Yo,
just not noticing it.
Speaking of Halloween, and speaking of Hindus,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait, I'm curious. Where's this going?
Like, what is y'all's like? Because y'all got like 80 ghosts and spirits and like gods and shit.
Yeah, probably
Right?
more. But
I didn't
yeah.
know you were going there with it.
Oh, so it's like 80 costumes. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm more like into like if you're gonna pick a religion that has like the broadest sci-fi supernatural story
Yeah.
set,
Yeah.
it's Hindus.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
You
allowed
know
to
what I
go trick or treating?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm saying Muslims weren't. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah,
I'm being dead
exactly.
serious. Muslims weren't.
My neighbors
He's
were
not like
Muslim and they weren't allowed
Seventh-day
to.
Adventist.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't allowed
He's not
to.
Yeah.
Mormon.
I didn't know that. I didn't
No,
know
no,
that.
yeah, but no, just
I
like
didn't know that either.
my mom had a daycare in the house, and our neighbors were Muslim, and we had the kids were Muslim, and like there were some issues when my mom just wanted to do.
Hold
like
on,
some
were you allowed to
Halloween
go
stuff.
trick or treating?
Not really.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as I got older, then I
That
did
shit
it. I
hurt
just
my
did it.
heart just now, dog.
Then I just did it, but like,
You
yeah,
did it.
I
Damn.
went to a damn private
So you
school,
don't have
bro.
like the Halloween spirit?
Oh.
Huh?
You don't have the
I
Halloween
became
spirit?
the Halloween spirit. Like,
But you know what I mean? Like you don't like as soon as September 1st comes around, y'all don't start feeling like
oh
bubbly
yeah, no,
inside.
you definitely get that feeling now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Are you?
No,
You're like no, you don't.
No, there was no issues for me and my family with
But
trick or treating.
no, but I'm like, you're not like you don't love Halloween.
it gets
Clearly,
it gets,
I love Halloween. You see me trying to
Yeah,
pull
he's
this
excited
catch
as
this
shit.
cult
Yeah,
on
he's
you.
excited.
it gets a little tedious because like by the time you realize that you're supposed to dress up, all the costumes are marked up and and when you're trying to buy a costume, so I felt like it was tedious. Like
Oh, see, now I do Halloween leading up to Halloween.
Was that?
Yeah.
Halloween's 2 months for me.
Okay.
September 1st starts. I'm already watching all the Halloween specials to every
Oh,
show.
okay.
I'm watching every Halloween movie. I'm telling ghost stories. Like we in it, bro. Like, like the Halloween. Like I should have probably been a Satanist. I could have been a Satanist, but I'm not.
shit.
I'm not. I just love Halloween that much. Something about it. My birthday's October 24th.
Were you like
too,
a
so-
goth in high school? Like a
No, but I think goth girls are hot.
I'm
That
sure
makes sense,
we can all
okay,
agree with
yeah.
that. There's no debate
Yeah, like
there.
dude, like dressing all black and put on vampire
Low key,
teeth.
honestly,
You got me.
I had a
you know?
goth phase, and that was literally why. Because the girls
You
were,
had a sorry,
kind of
sorry.
goth phase.
You had a what?
a phase where I was wearing some like
Oh, I thought you said you had a goth face.
phase. Well, I mean, no, I didn't go that far with like eyeliner.
You had a
but-
goth phase.
Phase,
That's cool.
yeah.
So did Brandon, right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was heavy metal. My bad. Two different
I mean,
things.
Well,
Two different things. I'm sorry.
I mean, they can be different, but I went to Neilsville.
Brandon's
Middle
gonna come
School,
over
like-
here and throw a piece
Yeah,
of
yeah,
chicken
yeah,
at you
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Do
It's-
not say they're the same.
No, they're not. I'm not. Yeah, they're not. But like,
So what were you
At
doing? Like listening to
Neilsville-
like My Chemical Romance and like
Slipknot,
punching the wall and
Slipknot, Linkin Park, Korn.
Oh, I like all that too.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, like where I went to middle school, like they didn't distinguish. Like,
Was that you just trying to assimilate to am I white or am I black?
in a way,
Right? Because like we all went through that point at some point,
with
right?
new metal, Linkin Park, they had rap rock, and I thought that could like I could meet in the middle.
Mm.
And no, it was because
That's the realest comparison I ever heard.
the kids didn't know what to do with me, but like I was pretty diplomatic. Like
They
I
didn't
could
know
sit
what to
at
do
what,
with me.
I
Yeah.
could sit at either table.
That's
like,
awesome.
Because
I
my
had that-
clothes were
Yeah,
baggy,
yeah.
but there would be like heavy metal.
You
like,
think that
shirts.
that's like us pulling the brown privilege card again too, right? Like we could like
Maybe.
do a little floating around. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe, but it felt real.
it was
because-
beneficial.
Honestly, like when the music genre died down, like Linkin Park and rap metal, and like I was pretty upset. Like people, like when high school came, no, I caught feelings. Like why this is dope. Why are people saying this is corny? Like, y'all are not with me. Come back.
Well, there goes my identity.
Yeah, no, seriously. Seriously. Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How did Mama Mudit feel about this?
She was so what was interesting
Was
is
she like scared about the music you were listening to?
she was on board with how baggy my clothes were because she thought I would grow into them. So like yeah, she was cheap. Yeah, she actually was against fitted clothing. Yeah,
That's efficient.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
Yeah. She was actually against fitted clothes because she knew she had to buy new ones, right? So all my shoes, all my pants, all my like sweatshirts, they're way too big, and that actually worked in my favor. And it was a paradox because like even though I could wear baggy clothes, like baggy fits, like I still had to be home earlier than the rest of my friends for like curfew and stuff.
Yeah. I had to do that too.
But yeah, she did have concerns definitely about like some of the heavy metal like imagery and like that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Did you have that wallet that had the chain that connected?
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You had Jinkos?
Yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah.
The big wide
what's
jeans. That was more a skater thing, right?
off-brand. Definitely not.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Like way off-brand. Kinko's. That's the
Kinko's.
paper. My jeans are made out of paper.
And now, damn, that's crazy. So you were like a goth vegetarian Hawaiian. Like you've lived it all, dude.
Hawaii just happened this past November. I never been to Hawaii growing up. Although my dad went on, he goes on business trips. Well, not these days because of the pandemic, but like he would go on all these business trips, and me and my mom would just be stuck at home. Like my dad's been to Hawaii more times than maybe I've done open mics. Actually, that's a lie. But like
So he's living the dream. Wow. He just
Yeah.
left you and mom at home.
yeah. But now I'm
Out
traveling
there in Hawaii just
Yeah.
eating hooey chicken. Just
Yeah, maybe he was turning up. Like yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this isn't vegetarian Hawaii. Have you tried apparently their shaved ice? Northern Shore. The shaved ice is like to die for.
I didn't know that.
Dude, what the fuck? What do you do in Hawaii? You're not soaking up the culture, just the
Comedy.
sun?
He's just comedy.
Yeah. Literally, Yeah.
So are none
I
of
have
your
been to North Shore. I didn't know about the
shaved ice?
yeah.
Dude, shaved ice is like a thing. That's why they have it everywhere. Hawaiian shaved ice. You
I
have
didn't
to
know
try
that.
the.
What's so significant about it? Is it how they flavor it or something?
Yeah, they put like, you know how like when they have like the Mexican fruit stands, they sprinkle like the what's it called? Tajin? Is that what it's called?
Salt?
Bro, it ain't salt. I know it's salt. Brandon, what's it called? It's the spice. There's like the little spice.
The red thing, right?
The red thing.
Okay, I don't know what it's called, but
None
I
of us know what it's
Yeah, I know
called.
you're talking
But it's something
red salt.
similar to that they put on top of the
about. Yeah,
shaved
red
ice.
salt.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I mean, no one cares.
No,
All
no.
right,
I
fine.
mean, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
Yeah.
You clearly don't have no Hawaiian jokes then.
I do. Like literally
But-
2, but I still got them.
Are they like surf jokes? Do you surf? Do
I've
you get in
taken
the
2
water?
I've taken. These are actually valid
He's
questions.
Indian. You know he does. He gets in the water fully clothed.
Well, no, it's either fully clothed or butt ass naked.
Oh yeah, one of the other. Jeans and a polo coming out of the water
Yeah,
Come on with a hoodie.
with the baby.
right. You say with the baby?
Yeah, it's a brown thing. You see brown people at the beach.
Yeah.
Dude, go to Atlantic City. You'll see it all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's true.
Brown people coming out of the water fully clothed.
I've taken 2 surfing lessons. The
Oh,
water makes me
shit.
tired. Like, I'm more of a beach bum. Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of beach bums.
You're not
in
afraid of
Hawaii.
sharks? I'm afraid of sharks. That's my thing. Because in Hawaii,
I
I've
should
seen
be.
sharks like close.
I should be afraid of sharks, but like,
You should.
I think we all should be afraid of sharks.
like, but that's because I only try to get in the water in like the most packed like Waikiki because
Yeah,
I'm
don't
sure
get,
someone's
don't get eaten by a
monitoring.
shark because this clip is going to age really bad.
No, I'm for like,
Like,
shark,
if you get
yeah.
eaten by a shark, like this is going to be, we're going to have to clip this.
yeah.
I'll start eating meat for revenge if that happens.
Just shark meat.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Yeah.
tried, like, what's the weirdest thing you've
Yo,
eaten?
I've actually had shark fin, and it was
Whoa.
a shark fin soup. It was actually really sweet, and it was actually pretty fucking good.
What?
I had alligator nuggets too. That tastes like straight up chicken.
Alligator nuggets?
Yeah,
Is this from like McDonald's in the bayou?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
It was in Florida. It was
Oh, yeah.
So yes.
Okay. There's a McDonald's in Florida. Yeah.
yeah, Florida McDonald's.
Did a possum serve it to you? Like a banjo?
So it tastes like a gamey chicken. That's how I would describe it. It was pretty
Okay.
good though.
Okay, a
Trifling.
gamey chicken.
The shark I would definitely eat again.
So
Like-
what's the weirdest thing that you've eaten then? 'Cause
Probably
you-
those 2 things.
Okay. What about you?
So I have
Like a
tried
cantaloupe or something?
cantaloupe.
Yeah, I
That's a
don't know.
vegetable. That's a fruit.
That's a fruit.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat
You're probably
fruits.
thinking antelope.
He doesn't eat fruit?
I'm talking you. You don't eat. You don't eat.
I know. I said, what's the weirdest thing he's eaten?
Oh.
And I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
cantaloupe because he's it was a bad joke. It was a vegetarian joke. Sorry.
Nice.
I'm sorry. The weirdest thing you've eaten, a cheeseburger.
A steak.
Yeah.
I would say
It was
uh,
rare. It scared me.
the biggest part of my meat eating phase was when I had an internship in Singapore,
Okay.
and I was staying at
Whoa.
this is in pharmacy school.
Whoa.
Hold up.
I was
What the fuck? You did pharmacy school in Singapore?
no, I did in Maryland, but it was a study abroad.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
study abroad,
Whoa.
like month
Singapore, that's like
Yeah,
Indonesia?
They're strict as shit.
it's like Malaysia's. Singapore separated from Malaysia a few decades ago.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, they're
decades
super
ago.
strict over
And
there.
and
Yeah.
you ate what there?
All kinds of meat.
that
I
was
went
that was
pretty-
the all 10 times.
I went it all. On low key.
Sorry, see now I feel like
Yeah.
you cheated.
What'd you
That was
have, though?
one time you had meat.
What'd you have though?
I had shrimp, pork,
Whoa.
chicken. I had oysters in Australia with Singaporeans that came with me.
I've
there.
never had that. That sounds. I'm not gonna lie. And it's probably gonna piss a lot of people off. Oyster sounds gross to me.
Honest, but I didn't. I don't think I ate it right because like it's like a jelly and you take it like a shot. And but like I couldn't taste any of it because I swallowed it right away. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what she said. Right? We were all waiting for someone to say that, right? Okay. Damn, oysters.
Here's the thing.
Why do I say oysters like Gucci
I had
Man with an
oysters
H?
too, and I kind of did
Oysters.
the same thing. I did the
Oysters.
same thing.
The-
when I had
the-
oysters.
yeah.
The texture threw me off.
Yeah.
So you had oysters.
Yeah, I
You're
tried it.
cultured as
I couldn't
fuck,
taste
dude.
it.
Huh?
You're pretty cultured.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was staying in a Malaysian family's like flat, and the parents didn't really know English, and I wasn't about to say no, and like so I just ate their meat.
Oh God. Oh God. Hey,
How funny would
that's a
it
good
be?
one to say on stage.
Right before you did your mom busted. It was all a ploy.
It was
Singapore, what's that like?
It was pretty lit. Like I had a lot of fun.
How long were you there?
A
Not a
month.
lot. That's a bucket list place of mine.
A bucket list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singapore is definitely.
It's like
Why?
Huh?
That'd be a weird. It's like Singapore just seems like a weird place for someone to be like, "That's on my bucket list." Like,
It's
what's
like, I
in-
mean, it's cool shit to see.
And
Like what?
it's also I like it as a city.
y'all are being broad as shit right now.
Yeah.
There's things that I like it as a city.
It's a
It's
good
cool things to
city.
see.
It's not Frederick.
What the fuck is in? You know what? Hey, you know the thing about Frederick?
What?
There's cool things to see. It's a city.
They got high school.
It's Carroll Creek.
Um,
I got you, Frederick. I guess I don't care. But
trying to
I'm a
think.
rock for y'all. What's in Singapore
It's a
that
lot
Frederick
of cultures.
doesn't have?
A lot of cultures. A lot
White
of
people.
foods.
A lot of culture. There's a lot of culture things there.
A lot of people of different cultures, and a lot of bars.
Y'all being brought. It's Hawaii.
Yeah, but it's more metropolitan.
Like, is there anything of historical significance? Is there like a Eiffel Tower? Is there like a,
There are
you
some
have to
pretty,
go
there
to
are some
this
pretty,
thing?
there's some pretty cool architectural buildings and stuff like
Okay.
that.
There,
So,
yeah.
like,
I'm not hating on Singapore.
No,
I'm
no,
just
yeah.
curious. I
So,
don't
like,
know enough about
to
it.
me, the Asian culture always intrigues me. So like Thailand, Japanese, all of that. I always like seeing things like
East
that.
Asian. East Asian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Southeast too, and our people.
Yeah, okay. No, I just had to be specific because everything you named was
The Indian food in Singapore is amazing. Like because they put some of their own
Hmm.
spins on it.
interesting.
So
Sounds good.
I'll admit there might not be a whole lot of like bucket list like 7 wonders of the world like
Right.
sightseeing, but the nightlife and the mix of cultures and like the employment connections and like from a pharmacy and pharmaceutical, like it's a good city.
You could have just said the Lady Boys from the beginning. That would have been in. It's like, no, I'm joking. Anyway, so Frederick, Maryland.
I wasn't in Bangkok.
Oh shit. So okay, where else have you been?
So Melbourne,
World
Australia.
traveler?
Melbourne, Australia.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Have you done comedy?
the-
Have you done?
I still haven't done comedy outside the U.S.
Okay.
The furthest is
Whoa.
Hawaii, which is still U.S. But
Wow.
when I was in these places, I didn't start. I wasn't doing comedy yet. But
What's the most people you perform for?
Ooh. It was either a theater in Boston. I did Boston Comedy Festival in 2021, or Gotham Comedy Club. I performed maybe 3 or 4 times on their main stage.
How many people was that?
Oh, I mean,
Just guess.
200 or 300 people.
That's a
Whoa.
good amount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
What'd that
solid
feel
amount.
like?
It
Because we've done max
Yeah.
50, 60.
okay, yeah. When I did Boston Comedy Festival, I was in the zone. I felt the rhythm. I didn't feel nervous because I did the jokes that I always did. And at the time, my set had my cadence at the time had this very deadpan, like I would deliberately deepen my voice and like project in a way, to captivate a bigger crowd.
Show us right now.
So, I mean, no, I could.
Yeah.
So like, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like do it, but I can describe it, right? Or I could do it too.
I wanted to hear
It's
you
not
do
gonna
it.
hit, but like,
Okay.
yeah. So, when you're in front of a crowd that's like stupid big, right? You want to slow down and enunciate almost to the point where it's weird, like enunciate, like because for some, I don't know the technical reason, but like, if you enunciate like real strong, that kind of offsets noise or distractions that might get to some portions of the crowd, and you double down on that by slowing down, and because if you're talking too fast, like it's a conversation, which works well for a small crowd,
Yeah.
then they're gonna be like it gets monotonous really fast. So when you talk slow and you pause and you enunciate in front of a stupid big crowd, that you're building tension,
Yeah.
and like the spotlight like is proverbially also on you, like they're honing in.
You're
on
really
you.
slow dragging them through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
literally what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so at Boston Comedy Festival, I knew that.
Sorry, so you suggest that for a small crowd too?
No, for a small crowd, I would actually do the opposite.
Ah.
But I mean, but if you could pull it off for a small crowd,
You got to find a balance,
yeah.
maybe. Right, for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's levels to it, and there's like dimensions to it.
Sorry, I cut you off. You said I
Yeah.
got them at the club. You started to saying, I cut you off. You were
Yeah.
saying something about at Gotham.
Yeah. So at Gotham, I would do the same approach. There was only one time I was freaking out at Gotham, and it wasn't even my first time. It was probably my third time because I was doing not a brand new 5 minutes, but a 5 minutes that was new to a like reputable stage. So a new 5 minutes, but it's not like I did open mics to polish them, but it wasn't my tightest set. But I needed they had a professional like videographer, so like I wanted high production for some of these newer jokes, and so
You were nervous.
I was nervous. Yeah.
So when
On that
for someone
occasion.
like you know, who was like your bedtime snack was Xannies for anxiety, right?
Yeah, but
like, how do you how do you deal?
This is how Frederick takes medicine.
I'm not gonna wear Frederick's cape, all right? But I'm gonna go hard for my white guys.
You're gonna wear their hood.
Hey, he'll be at Cellar Door on Tuesdays. Y'all remember this shit, all right?
I'll be at New York this Tuesday, but maybe next.
All right, they'll
That was a
catch you one of
flex.
these days. That was a flex. Oh, Frederick? No. Okay. See, I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the Xannies.
Yeah.
The Xannies. So you were dealing with anxiety for that, but now how do you deal with the nervousness or anxiety for going on a stage? Because
question.
that shit is something
Yeah.
else.
Well, no, I don't really have stage fright anymore. Like,
But like in the beginnings, like how did you deal? Like when you had it, like what were you? Like,
in the beginnings, I think I just leaned into the scrappy like nature of being an open mic comic. So there was a phase, like the first handful of open mics, me and Camilo would carpool to, and then the school year started, which means Camilo had to start teaching. I was still in between jobs, and like I just spent all my time writing and like hitting the open mics, and I made a point to myself that I'm not gonna try to like network for like the first 6 or 7 months. I didn't really make an effort to network my way into getting booked on a showcase. I was like, I'm gonna focus on the actual craft and the art form and hit these mics like with the material. So I just kind of leaned into it. I didn't have a job to worry about. My parents were getting on my case because like 1 month turned into 3
no,
months.
when are you getting married?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, even if I did get nervous, even if I did get stage fright, like it was like I don't have a job to wake up to the next morning during that phase. I was just like, all right, let's work through it. Let's keep on writing. Let's watch the replay. And I essentially worked through it early on.
You prepared yourself.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you put into work,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And now you've just built your network up to where it seems like you're always busy.
Yeah. Yeah. And in terms of the stage fright and nervousness, I think the one occasion I was describing at Gotham Comedy Club, when I was preparing for that show, the mics that I was hitting were smaller crowds. The set list was relatively new. And I don't know how to explain this. Like, I knew the crowd was going to be big, but when I was making eye contact with the first 3 rows, the spotlight was like on them, like it was on me and it was also on them. And like, there was an aspect to that like took me by surprise. Usually I'm used when I'm on a really big stage or a well-produced stage, like I'm used to only seeing the faces of maybe like the very front row and the rest of it's like in the dark. I would have to like squint.
Yeah.
So in other words, sometimes like and it was that like one moment where like this wave of eye contact like threw me off for like maybe like 5 seconds, and then I just went into my set and like and it was fine. But my stage fright now, like it's not a thing. I think what instead of stage fright, what I have is just the natural pressure of turning around new material, like just
So back to writing with that, like Do you? Because I know you said before, like when you started writing it, like kind of, putting in your Google Notes or whatever. And like, do you now kind of like, do you set aside time? Or are you always just writing down notes? Or do you have like, how do you work out your material before you take it up?
It's very different now. So now I would say most of my writing is me using voice to text. Or filming myself. Like it's a verbal thing for me.
Whoa.
Okay. I didn't even think of that approach.
Yeah. Because on it, like literally, like if I tried to do, I do pen to paper notes, but
is that like a random thing you're doing sporadically, or do you sit down and say, I'm going to dedicate this time to do it?
Both. Okay. So the dedicated time is essentially, it's not that dedicated, but I know I'm going to write verbally at least for about of like half an hour per day.
Okay.
And so the way it goes for me these days is that so the voice to text just streamlines like getting the thoughts out and blurting it out in a time efficient way without my freaking hand cramping up.
That's so true, because that's the reason
I can't read my handwriting. Like
that's the reason I stopped writing and went to phone, because it was faster.
Yeah, you could type
the way
you're
saying it is faster than them all. Yeah. Because you're literally just saying it and it's become text.
One strategy is like if you want to do like if you want to log your notes, you could do you could upload to whatever social media platform and make it private. So upload private vlogs to YouTube of you writing or just talking your shit, and then you have a log of your notes.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even think of that. Yo, these are genius ideas.
So you got a whole like YouTube log of all your just material, and then you go back and watch that, or
sure. Or I more often than not, I reformat it to suit a stand-up joke. If the premise can be communicated via like a TikTok style like monologue, I don't do full on sketches because it's more streamlined to just kind of monologue the premise and just like talk shit into the phone and maybe put like a funny audio track on it. I might tweet the premise.
X the premise.
X the premise.
I don't thread.
Yeah. I'm not offended.
Cyborg talk.
I don't work for Eli. My cousin does.
Oh,
no, he doesn't.
SpaceX.
So my process is pretty multifaceted, especially with social media now. That I want some angle of that premise or the premise itself to make it to social media, like in
real form or something that you can chop.
Exactly. So that the idea is out there. There's a record as to when I came up with it. And then the cadence of when I do it communicated on stage, like it's something that's unique to stand up.
At what point do you take a joke and decide, or I'm guessing it's different for each joke, but like an average or an idea of like when you start a bit to where you're like, okay, this one's ready to clip. Like I've worked it out X amount of times or over this amount of years, or like, how does that, have you noticed it's just sporadic for you, whatever you're feeling like?
So it's a really good question, and I think comics get very it's almost controversial in like the comedy world, like when to clip jokes, and also what does it mean when you clip a joke? Like, does that mean
you burned it?
Yeah, right. Like, and people have conflicting opinions on like what does that mean, right? For me, it's like I didn't burn this because my following's not that big. Like there's still all kinds of people that haven't heard this yet. Whether it's in real life, like the algorithm's not treating me well. Like, you know,
plus like, a lot of times the people that are seeing you in person don't have you on social media.
Exactly.
So.
And I feel like at that point where you're doing something that you've quote unquote burned, you'll know when it's not working.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, right? So you'll know on stage if it's works or not.
Yeah. So my personal I'm still like figuring that out, but what I do these days is I'm active on all the socials, right? I got YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok. Instagram also posts to Facebook.
Is it I like to mood it on all of them?
It's I like to mood it. I've been it used to be always all of them. I like to mood it, but
I like to mood it. Mood it. Did I do the voice? The voice was good.
That was lit. Yeah.
Frederick. That was a good voice, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
So
He was the bully. Shit, y'all bullied me. Oh shit! I figured it out. You was the bully in high school.
Low key, like honestly, like
you were a fucking bully.
I received most of it.
You bullied all the other brown
but
kids.
then, like, I kind of transferred. Like,
you figured out how to. That's why he's doing comedy. He's good at that shit. You can roast back.
Yeah. It was
I mean, it's 2-on-1 right now. Fuck both
I
you
might
guys.
have.
I got
No, you laughing a little too hard over there.
It
Okay.
was like a bully pyramid scheme. Like,
really pyramid scheme.
yeah, it was.
That's funny shit.
It's like a food chain.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, that's probably a better. Damn, Frederick outsmarted me. That's probably a better.
He's so mad about it.
The only reason I'm mad is because I thought I was smart, but through this whole conversation, I'm like, yo, I really might be the dumb one. Like, I've never felt intellectually inadequate as I do right now. This is crazy. I like it though. What else do you smart guys got for me?
No, I was gonna ask them which one of the social medias you feel is the most beneficial to you.
Yes, yeah, and so exactly right, and this goes with the clipping too. So, here's what I do. I don't know if this is correct. I don't know if this is right, but I am the most liberal with YouTube. Liberal in the sense that least filtered. I upload all kinds of crap to YouTube.
I was about to say, liberal in what sense, bud? This whole podcast is about to change. It's like, no, I'm joking. Okay, sorry.
In other words, I upload clips to YouTube Shorts that should be drafts. Like, they're just not polished. A lot of them aren't chopped, but I just like talk smack. I'm like, I don't care. Like, the subscribers on YouTube Shorts are like these like incel gamers, trolls.
Dude,
like,
those are your fans right now. You're talking about.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I hate all of you.
Let's get them some fancy lights. All right. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. You're like, fuck it. You're not holding yourself to a high standard where you
literally
you
not.
know,
Yeah,
you've already reached pharmacy standards,
right?
You know what I mean? You won in life.
Yeah, and then the exact opposite of that. I'm most selective with Instagram because that's where all the baddies are. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, are we not with me on this? Like,
no, I was with you, but I thought you had like one that was lined up since you were 10 years old or something like.
Arranged marriage? You thought you had arranged marriage?
Why not? You act like you're so surprised.
I'm just
one that I had lined up were my parents.
You know what I'm talking about. You guys know how it works. You never meet them.
Well, that's I mean,
no. Okay.
Like,
your mom wasn't like.
Well, actually, you bring up a good point because when growing up, my parents made it seem like they had somebody lined up.
That's funny as shit.
They might have,
but
they
didn't.
No, they probably did. They might have died, and you just don't know.
Shit.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you thought they did.
Frederick.
All right, that ain't gonna be the last.
He runs the local Al Qaeda chapter.
That's the tagline to everything.
Why would she died?
I mean, that can happen anywhere. Happens in the hood. The hoods of Frederick too.
Oh man.
All right, but sorry, Instagram.
Let's be real. Even if I did had an arranged wife, I would still be looking at baddies on Instagram. Like, I'm still trying to impress.
Yeah.
We're not loyal.
Like, I mean, now people, we know where your values lie.
We shoot our shots; they never land. But like, we are people.
I don't see
all the DMs.
For some reason, I have a hard time believing you're shooting your shots all through Instagram.
You never know.
But no, I mean, if I do, it's gonna be.
You just don't have sliding in your DM energy.
Yeah, because I've like, you know. Like,
you have more like...
I got game.
You have more like, oh, here's my degree. You know what I mean?
That's literally my game.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm late for class. I'm a pharmacist.
Pharmacy comedy,
not the major. You know,
I was on a Hinge date last night. It went like...
I prescribe my own Xanax. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, was that like black market shit? We don't want to...
Brown market, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. My sister's a nurse. I'd be like, hey, I need some ibuprofen or whatever.
Yeah. So no, like I got Instagram. I'm most selective because I feel the most sensitive because it's like, you know, like my college friends, some high school. That's when they're the most judgmental.
Sucks, Mudit.
Yeah, right.
Is that what they really say? Or they're like,
and then in between is TikTok because I'm detached from Gen Z, but I'm still more selective with TikTok than YouTube because YouTube is just. It's just like anime profile pictures. My fans like on YouTube Shorts.
You're talking about Brandon right now.
Oh shit! He's one of my fans. I didn't know.
You're talking about Brandon right now. Yeah. There's only one guy in here that jacks off to cartoons, all right? I'm not going to say who it is. But...
I do that too sometimes.
Oh, okay. 2 guys. Yeah. All right. 3, baby. All right. All right. But no, that's cool, man. Minus the incels. Frederick, Maryland. That's going to be the tagline out of everything.
Oh, so the clipping, like, yeah, I have different tiers, different standards, sets of standards per app. And I recently switched from Android to iPhone because of this.
Whoa.
You know what's funny? I'm
major.
actually having this conversation with myself right now.
Because you're an Android
I got an
guy.
Android right now. So I'm actually having that conversation with myself to do that.
Yeah. So I had a Pixel 3 up until like a
Is it
month
like,
ago.
what are you doing? Stop being a bitch. Why do I have an Android?
Look, man.
What do you have?
Dude, come on.
Android?
Nah, come
He bit the apple.
I literally can't. Okay.
Yeah,
He
you
bit
know.
the apple.
Winning
Gotcha.
team.
Okay.
Winning team.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Winning team.
Got you.
Yeah.
How long you been on that
You
team?
can't say Frederick at this point. It's been used too many times. How long have I had an iPhone?
Yeah.
Since you could get them at Radio Shack as a younger.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like prepaid. Like I had
Oh shit.
back in the day, dude.
Okay.
It all
I'm not
started
gonna
with
lie,
boost.
you have big Android energy.
I mean, did you? I have Android energy? How do I have? No, let's articulate this. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. How do I have because you're gonna inadvertently shit on him. So I want to know. Tell me how I have Android.
Frederick
energy.
High School.
All right.
There we go. Full circle again.
Cellar door on Tuesdays. You guys got my back. We're gonna jump this fucking brownie. All right, that's what we're gonna do.
Hey man, they gonna mistake him for me.
The wrong brown guy.
The sad part is you're not even from the continent.
No, it's totally different. You're gonna jump Amir.
Amir looks Italian.
That's true. Yeah.
Be careful, he watches this. Hi, Amir. Don't get nervous because Amir's watching now.
I'm nervous because I actually knew Amir. I knew of him before he kind of knew me.
You probably knew him before we knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I met him, but he didn't remember me because I was a new open mic comic.
Amir doesn't
He
remember
barely
anybody.
remembers us and we're his friends.
Well, that's the thing. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
He announced me the other day on stage and said my name wrong and said,
Right, no, that's the thing.
and he said, come to the stage, a horrific period.
He just learned my name, and he probably might have forgotten it by now. That's
it's
which
all good.
honestly, that's a good mind game. Like if you want to come off as like, you know,
No, I think it's just him
famous.
because, and people always ask him like, how do I pronounce your last name? For him,
yeah,
Gorgifard.
Oh,
And he's
okay.
just like, whatever. Just
That's
say
true.
whatever.
That's true.
He's not a names guy, I guess.
True.
I don't know. We love him. Hi, Amir. We love you. But hey, how long have we been going, Brandon? About an hour. All right, perfect. Talk for a little bit longer. So I don't even know where we left off. You guys keep shitting on me for my intelligence.
No, it was social media stuff and all that.
Social media.
Yeah. So I think one of my New York comic friends did have some inside scoop that, generally speaking, the algorithm somehow, like even on a smartphone level, like
Sounds like a New York thing to say right now.
like really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? I get the inside scoop.
Yeah.
The algorithm.
Yeah, like it,
Right? So it's
it like knows
some
or
elitist
Yeah,
New
no.
York shit.
Well, no, like, but like they're like spilling the beans, and you know,
Yeah.
and I was eating them, and but they said like
They're spilling the rice.
yeah. The newer smartphones,
They weren't
and
cooking the beef. Yeah. The newer smartphones.
that, like are treated better by the algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were shitting on Androids inadvertently because you are on iPhone now
Yeah, only a
Yeah.
month in, but yeah.
and you'll never go back.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Like I'm an Android type of dude. but
Why are
I
you
had to-
deciding to make the change?
For the same reasons he's mentioning right now.
Yeah.
Like I just see the benefit of it, and then plus it makes it easier to send messages to people, like sending our videos to each other.
airdropping.
Yeah, like no
Yeah.
one wants to see the green bubble, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's Well,
I mean, I have to be defensive at this
Yeah.
point because you guys have been. I have to feel smart in some way.
gotcha.
I'm joking, man. I don't really care.
yeah, I don't even give a
And
shit.
I don't care if you have a Wacom or whatever. What's that other phone? The Chinese one?
Huawei.
Well, yeah, I don't care what
I had
you
a
have.
OnePlus for a while.
Look, slaves made all of our phones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
So at the end of the day,
Harsh reality.
Who's gonna shit on them? You know
Damn,
what I mean?
that means vegans can't have smartphones. Actually, nah, that was.
I see where you're
I
going
should
with it.
enroll
Yeah.
at
I
Frederick
see where
High
you're going with
School
it.
or Frederick Community College.
I mean, there's at least one or two souls that went into
Is that a
that.
place?
So
Frederick Community College?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only know that because of comedy.
y'all be in Frederick. Y'all better be careful.
I didn't know.
I ain't say nothing.
I'm strictly visiting.
Them white boys gonna roll up on y'all. All right. We've been half the fucking podcast shitting on Frederick. I hope you guys have a show out there soon. Speaking of shows, I mean, this won't come out for like 2 weeks, but do you have any shows like mid-September, end of September? You'll be back in Hawaii? Or are you going to be back across the water?
All the above. So
Yeah.
I'm performing this Tuesday in New York.
This will be out in 2 weeks.
Got you. Okay.
So it'll have to be like mid-September.
Okay, mid-September.
Yeah.
Got you. North Carolina Comedy Festival.
Nice.
September. The first week of September, the Monday and the Wednesday of September, I'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where I'll be. And then I got 3 shows in LA after that on the way to Hawaii.
What do you think of LA?
Ooh, so LA comedy scene. LA is the place to kind of get famous after you've really established yourself as a comedian.
Mm.
It's an okay place to grind. I would say New York is a better place to grind.
I
and
lived
get
in
better.
LA for like 4 years. Never did comedy out there. I
Oh,
was
really?
Just, yeah, I was just living out there. I did the whole LA.
Yeah, you've been traveling too.
I've lived a few places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did the whole broken LA for a few years.
Gotcha.
Even though I wasn't a comic, I got to experience broken LA. So I'm glad I did.
What were you doing there? Just being broke, or were you actually
Yeah,
doing stuff?
yeah. You know, ducking the feds and being broke and all that stuff. But no, I was graphic design. That was like my forte. So I was doing that, freelancing there,
Gotcha.
being broke, driving Lyft for strangers and gang members and.
Graphics. Were you? But why LA?
I was on the West Coast already. I
gotcha.
was in Vegas.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love Vegas.
Mm.
Desert people, Well,
Yeah.
not you, but kind of no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand.
It's more like
Sand.
mud. Where y'all are at.
Mud.
It's more muddy. It rains more.
Clay.
It rains more over there.
Yeah.
Monsoons.
Water.
Yeah, clay. There you
Yeah.
go. Jungle.
The red clay thing.
You're the jungle
I think we've covered every geographic environment.
of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, until we meet again sometime in South America for you.
True.
How do you go back to South America? You've never been?
I haven't been back. My parents were actually political prisoners.
So you've never been? Oh,
Yeah,
so if
so-
you go, they might
shit.
round you
No,
up.
no. So I mean, it's becoming safer now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
There's a new regime change and all that stuff. So like everything's going back. They found oil.
Oh.
So
It's over.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
All right,
I
so we'll
probably
end
got-
it like that because we got to go. No. So, are you planning on going back?
yeah. So I'm definitely planning on going. Especially now that things are changing, like the up in tourism and all that stuff is coming in because, like I said, they found oil. Within the next couple of years, Guyana is slated to be the richest country in the entire world. Like that's
Damn.
serious. So which means that we're gonna be
So
invaded.
you gonna get some money?
No,
Oh,
Before
I
we
don't
get
know.
invaded, I might try. Like,
Shit.
yeah.
Do you have comedy over there? Like stand up?
so I'm trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out how to go about that.
What language do they speak?
It's a broken English, so
Okay.
it's like it's a Caribbean accent.
Mm.
It's a Caribbean country.
We could probably work with it.
What does it sound like?
It's a Caribbean accent. It's like a Jamaican accent.
So, like Chet Hanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate saying that. But yeah.
Okay. So there's no like,
Chet Hanks.
there's no like language.
Well,
Y'all
no,
just speak Chet Hanks.
it's English. So
Okay.
all right, we're Indian, Asian, and African slaves from England. So the English controlled us.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's all
Like
like
you.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, pretty much. It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
exact
yeah,
time.
dude,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's the
yeah.
exact same time.
Yeah.
Same time frame.
Yeah.
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 So what they did, how they ended up there is like they literally took some of the Indians and then literally went over to Guyana.
Right.
And
How
they
are you
went over to
Muslim?
Trinidad. They went over to Jamaica. They did all those.
How are you Muslim then?
I don't know. It's a good question.
All right. We'll end it on that. Thank you for coming, man. That was fun.
Yeah, no,
much
this is
appreciated.
dope.
That was a
Yeah.
great episode. We'll definitely have you back. I don't know when you'll ever come back to the mainland. We would like to wish you safe travels, and I try to think like a Hindu saying, but I can't think of one. So,
We can say inshallah or whatever works.
Safe
I'm
travels,
down.
have fun,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, keep
yeah.
doing your thing.
whatever the Scientologists say. Y'all have a good one. Well, IGs.
Okay, IG. I like to mood it. That's also X. My TikTok right now is Mudit Comedy. My YouTube is youtube.com/Mudit Verma. And yeah, that's me.
You can find me and Ish on at Did You Order Podcast. Our ats are in there. Unless you
Yep.
want to say yours, Ish. You want to say yours? How you
Ish
feel?
Comedy IG. So ISH Comedy EYEG.
EYEG. He spells IEYE. Frederick, Maryland. All right, guys.